to say about my experience. It was 8 years back. I accepted Islam and accepted the name Rahmat. I born and brought up in a Brahmin family in Kasaragod district of Kerala. Even though I born in a Brahmin family, I was ignorant about our mother religion, Sanatana Dharma. And since childhood itself, I had a lot of doubts and lots of confusions, questions regarding Sanatana Dharma, uh, regarding Hinduism actually, because we hear only the name Hinduism or Hindu. Sanatana Dharma, I came to know the name just after I reached to Ashvidya Samaj. Then since childhood, I didn't get any answer for these questions, doubts, everything I had in my mind. I tried a lot. My father and mother were ignorant. They hadn't such knowledge. They didn't get such knowledge from their ancestors also. So I can't blame them. So I tried to ask with the seniors in our community, but unfortunately, in Brahminism, there is in Brahmin caste, there is a concept, right? Ladies should learn this much, and ladies should not learn these things like that. No, they can't chant Om. Like lots of restrictions is there. No, so I was getting scolded like, why you are going behind these? These are not supposed to learn by women, girls. You are not supposed to ask such questions like that. So these blamings became a great obstacle in my path. So I couldn't go much more in these spiritual quests. So this every doubts, every questions kept unanswered in my mind, and the time went on. I came to my age of graduation. So I joined in a private college, Muslim Management College. Unfortunately, in my class, majority were Muslim girls. There was no boys at least at all. So what happened? These girls tried to evoke the same questions. They evoked the same questions which were haunting me since childhood itself. And I was focusing on my education and career, everything. But these girls, my friends, my classmates, didn't let me go in such a way. They asked frequently questions related to our dharma, regarding our concept of God, regarding our concept of life. And the questions were similar to questions I had earlier. So what happened? First time, at the first stage, I ignored them totally. I ignored their questions. I ignored them. I told them, you people coming to learn, study, or religious purpose. Why you people are coming to college? Likewise, I asked it, but I can ignore people only. I can't ignore the questions asked by them. These questions raised again in my mind, and those childhood confusions again came. And I myself asked several times, yeah, why? What is the wrong is there if they asked about all these things to me? How can I blame them? Even I have such doubts. Even I born in this religion, but I don't know the things. And if I don't know, how they come to know? So if they are asking, I can't blame them. So I have to learn and I have to answer. That is what I felt and tried it. I googled, I searched it. I had the option only googling, and I had the option only searching in internet only. So different sites, different explanations. There I didn't find any uniqueness. So it created much more confusion. So what happened? From one side, these questions are from my classmates. From other side, I'm not getting proper answer. So this in this state of mind, I felt a vacuum in dharmic knowledge. Their role they played very well. They slowly learned about me, my character, my views, everything. And slowly they injected their religion into my brain. I was in a concept that there is only one God, and there is no different gods. If gods are there, means it will be just lighting uh, from the main god. Likewise my concept was, and my concept towards women was a little bit high. And it is because our Hindu women are getting illiterated just because of picturizing and documentizing in a downtrodden way, the way they are pictured in films, etc. In If we see any film, if we see any posters, if we seen any stories, serials, everywhere, women in Hinduism are explained or presented in a bad way. So this makes the people think about our dharma and our women uh, in a different think in a different way. That was my concept was. So matching to that, they explained their ideology regarding women in uh, their Islam. So parda system, about parda system, they said it is just because to uh, give respect to womanhood. Likewise they explained. So it was in a way that if anyone listen to their words, they will get attracted. Such a way they were explaining to me their regarding their every concepts, every ideologies related to Islam, they were explaining such a way. So I was doing my graduation, second year graduation onwards. So this is I began to search about Islam through my friends. They gave me pamphlets, CDs of speeches of different scholars, and books they gave. Likewise, at the very first stage, it was a very good ideology what they gave me, and I went deep in that. At the same time, I tried to learn about Hinduism again through internet. Tried to learn about Christianity through internet. Bible made me confused a lot. The first chapter, the first book itself, Genesis, I became confused. So I couldn't move. I didn't feel to move ahead in Christianity. So I closed the Bible and I put it aside. And when I tried to learn about the Bhagavad Gita in through internet, Sanskrit textbook, Sanskrit scriptures, explanation, different explanation. So I can't conclude which is right, which is wrong. See, I how can I understand which is right, which is wrong? Not a person is there whom I know to clarify. So that study also stopped in halfway. What happened? I was getting knowledge fluently from Islam side only. So Islam, I went deep in Islam. I began to do namaz. I began to take roza. Likewise, after graduation, doing during my post graduation, my Islamic studies came to severe nature, and I came to the conclusion that Allah is the only God, and Muhammad is the role model whom we have to accept as role model to live. Likewise, my concept began, and the vibes of Muhammad, I was very loving them. I was very what they are idols to role models to live in this earth, on this earth. Likewise, I changed my brain, my attitude, everything got changed through these studies. After post graduation, I was teaching, and after teaching, I dropped my teaching profession just for Islam, because in Islam, women are not supposed to show their body or their modesty in front of other people. They are supposed to show their body, everything, in front of their husbands only, even if their father and mother. If I'm new to Islam, no, so my father and mother are kafir because they are Hindus. So I'm not supposed to show my body, any part of my body, in front of my father at least, even though they are the reason to come to earth. uh, that is how it was. Very lots of cruel things I had to do. I had done during that time of my Islamic belief. I took the oath, shahadat kalima, and after that I wanted my namas, my rosa, everything to be accepted by Allah. So I have to accept Islam certificately. So telling lie at my home, I went out from my home and joined in Ponnani Maunatul Islam Sabha in Malappuram district of Kerala. It is also known as mini Mecca of Kerala. So I joined there. Began study Islamic studies there. During that time, before completing my course, the 2 months Islamic course is there. So before completing my course, my father and mother, my family members, everyone uh, put a complaint, man missing complaint there in my native place, police station. And with the help of police force, they anyhow searched my where I am, and they came Ponani, and from there they took me to uh, judicial court. There I said to magistrate that I want to learn and I want to live in Islam itself. I don't want to be Hindu again. Uh, but for 2 days, I will go with my parents. That I said just because to my mother's condition was like that. If I go to Islam again, or if I go to Ponnani again, my mother and my father would have passed away that time itself, because my father's hand there was a poison bottle, and my mother's health condition was in such situation. So I had to say like that. But I have written and given to uh, uh, upon any institution that I will come and I will rejoin the course again. That is how I wrote there. But in front of magistrate, I had to say like that I will go with my parents for just 2 days. After that, I would like to go to Ponani again. That is how I wrote the. I told the magistrate, wrote down the same thing, and for 2 days, my parents got me in such a way. That 2 days was the another turning point in my life. My parents took me to Arshavidya Samajam later, by the help of different Hindu organizations. And while I came coming here, lots of people were explaining about our Guruji, Sri Acharya Manojji, that he is well renowned person, and he is well versed in every religion. He is well versed in yoga and everything. So lots of praising words I was hearing. So the jihadi Rahmat, that time I accepted the name Rahmat, no? So we can use that name. Jihadi Rahmat was in a decision that yeah, I am sure that Islam is the ultimate truth, and I can change any person. I was in such confidence that I know everything regarding Islam, and this Hinduism is not a good one. This religion is a bad thing, and I can change any person who coming in front of me to change me. So that confidence made me think about changing or converting our Guruji itself. So when I came in front of Acharya ji, Guruji, what I said, don't use the name Shruti. I was very arrogant, and I said to him, don't use my name Shruti. My name is Rahmat. I accepted the name Rahmat, and I am Islamic follower now. You can call me Rahmat only. So with the patience, with much patience, I put my hands together. The patience he showed that time. He smilingly he said, "Okay, if you wish to, if you are wishing like that, if you are like to call like that, I will call you Rahmat. No problem. What this is not the matter. What is your name? But let us be in a discussion. And if you are able to convince me, I'll sure I will accept Islam. And my students, my disciples are here, and they will also come to Islam. A
Right.
chance for you. That is how he began the talk. And 2.5 hour talk discussion happened that time. And another condition I put was, I will talk in using Quran only. I don't want to listen about your Vedas. I don't want to listen about your Bhagavad Gita and all. My spiritual text is Quran. So putting Quran in front of us, we can begin our talk. Likewise, I put a condition. That also he agreed. He didn't deny. That made me think, what is going on here?
Right.
He kept different publications, different Quran in front of me. I thought there will not be any Quran in front of, in his hand, but different Quran textbooks were there. So I began sweating, and after that he opened each and every one by one chapters, and he made me read that chapter, single lines, verses from that chapters. And he just advised me, say,
Right.
Rahmat, you have intellect. Don't be a hardcore Muslim. Don't be a hardcore Hindu. Be a pakka human being. And you have intellect, you have reasoning power. Being a human being, use your intellect, use your reasoning power, and first you read that verse, and using your intellect and using your reasoning power, come to a conclusion. Let us discuss about on that. After that, let us finalize which is right and which is wrong. Am I right or wrong? He asked me. It was the moment I felt an easiness there. Till then, I was uh, um, I was feeling like a heavy stone kept on my heart. The moment when he advised me in such a way, I felt, yeah, somewhere right, somewhere he's right. So I read. So the same confusions I felt during my Quran reading, before coming to Arshvidya Samajam, before coming to joining in Ponnani, I began to read Quran at the last stage. While I was reading Quran, no, I was feeling lots of contradictions. And even if I read storybooks in Islamic storybooks also, I was feeling contradictions. So I couldn't think more about that, because in Islam, fear of Allah is said, no, fearing Allah is the main thing. So Allah decides everything. Good, even though it is good or bad, everything is decided by Allah. We human being are not supposed to question him, or think like questioning. So when I felt the contradictions, I couldn't think much more on that, because I was fearing Allah. I was in a mental stage that I want to be the perfect in front of Allah, in perfect Islamic woman in front of Allah. So that purpose, I couldn't think much more on that. But here
Right.
in Ashravidya Samajam, Acharya ji is giving me such a moment that where I can uh, I came to the same situation what I felt while reading Quran. Now again I am feeling contradictions here. Good and bad is from Allah itself. So women are said compared to cultivation land here. How it come to truth? How a God, supreme power, can compare the human being here to a land, for a cultivation land? How can he compare like that? Likewise, each and
Right.
every verses he made to read, and I myself was coming to a conclusion. It was uh, he didn't use any miracle. He just motivated me to think in a proper way,
Right.
and I could come back to my mother dharma.
Right.
And since then onwards, I decided my life to spare my whole life for the Sanatana Dharma Pracharana and Samrakshana.
Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.